Hey guys, how are ya? Adelie from Pottery. I'm sure from the title you found out that this is a kiln opening again. I know, I had to hurry up and make more stuff for the holiday bazaar. I have the last one this weekend, tomorrow really, and my coaster is completely sold out. So right after the first one, I decided to make some more because I was like, if I can get them done in time, I'd love to sell some more. So I did open up the kiln already because I had, if you watched the last video, you saw a piece with blue drips kind of going down inside, and it had a ton of blisters on the outside. And so I refired that, and what I forgot was clayscapes glazes, which is what I used on that bowl, really like to be fired more like cone 5, and I fire at cone 6. And that's probably why I got the blisters in the first place, and I went ahead and fired again at the same temperature. So the piece was on the top. It's toast. It's gonna have to be tossed. But now I know from now on, when I'm doing that combo, I should really fire at cone 5. So I might have to do a whole separate load for that, because my other glazes prefer cone 6. So let's look at it. It's a disgrace. Now it has blisters all on the inside, all of the color pooled to the bottom. And, well, I'd say most of the ones on the outside healed up, but there's still quite a few. And then we dripped down a ways here. So I still don't think it's salvageable, because like I said, they're just gonna keep coming up. You know, and I think that all the color's gone down so far, I don't even want it anymore. So anyway, I could just coat it with something else to try again, but I feel like that one's had its time. It's done. So I also had refired the coffee pour over, and it did the same thing, because obviously too hot. So still has blisters, totally unusable, and almost dripped off down here. So it's a good thing I put a stilt on there, but to protect my shelf. So other pieces that I had in here. Okay, another thing. I made more coasters, and a couple of them are here on top. At the very end, I ran out of bottles, but I had green bottles. But somebody had told me not to mix colors, because there's like a reaction, and to use only one color at a time. If I'm going to use green glass, use green. If otherwise, use, you know, clear. All. So I ran out of clear glass, and I'd already put a bunch on some of the coasters, and I didn't want them to look different. So I found some mason jars, and I broke those up. Now for some reason, these ones here on top, I mean, that one looks okay. I used 2 colors, but it didn't really react and turn really green like it usually does. Because this is the green on the outside and then the floating blue in the middle, because I wanted to have 2 different colors showing up. It crackled okay, but not as much as it usually does. This one didn't crackle at all, and it's got bubbles. So I don't know what to do. Maybe I should refire that, and maybe it'll do what it's supposed to do, because these take pretty well to refiring. So maybe these won't go to the bazaar this weekend. It's all right. Oh, something happened today. John posted a video of when I sent him the ornament, and he posted it. I am so excited because, okay, I'm the biggest fan, and I'm gonna say that on camera right now so that everybody knows I'm his biggest fan, and my husband's very jealous that I talk about him. I don't talk about him all the time, but I just say, look at this cool new thing he showed. Look at what I can do. Anyway, he does get kind of jealous about it. So this one looks okay. It does have some bubbling, so I may just put this whole set back in, and I don't know if it has to do with like the thicker the glass that I used there. But okay, so these, a friend of mine ordered a custom mug. This is for Washington State. So we put, I'm not real happy with it, but we put underglaze and then clear glaze over to get the colors that we wanted, because we wanted like a bright purple, but the clear gloss that I put over seemed to have like dripped a bit and even made a little dot right here. So, I mean, it's cute. Merry Christmas, Love Debbie 2018. This is for her dad, I think. And then this is the one for her stepmom. And that one's rad, you know? Got a little pinky holder. So that one turned out perfectly. So we'll have to see what she wants to do with those. If she wants to remake that one, or because she came over and painted it and helped design it and everything. So this is just an extra bowl. I had glaze from the last load that didn't fit. That one turned out good, really good. I love how the spirals show up like that. And then I had a little bit of extra space and I had made these garlic jars. So I just glazed the outside. This is a glaze I made called Mardella Sage. You can find that recipe online. So I didn't glaze the inside because you want it to be absorbent to absorb all those garlic flavors or smells or whatever. So, and it's got air because that keeps it fresher longer. So fired it with the lid on there and that turned out perfect. I'm loving that glaze. It looks really cool. I'm trying to go with some more earth tones just to appeal to every category because a lot of the colors that I've been using are very oceany and I mean they're cool, definitely. But I wanted to try some more matte colors. So this is buckwheat from Georgie's Clay in Portland and another garlic jar. And that turned out awesome. I love it. And it's just got this little lid here and it just sits on a counter and you put your garlic cloves in there. Oh, okay. So this whole level here is coasters. And some are okay and some aren't. I think using that thick glass mason jar did not work well for me. So, word to the wise, use thinner glass, use like Coke bottles. So I'm going to show you the good ones first, except one of them doesn't have enough glass on it, even though I measured. Anyway, okay, so I did a couple different colors. I did the floating blue in the middle and then the green on the outside. So that one is missing a little bit of glass there, so that has to be refired. This one is perfect. Perfectly fine. And perfect. I don't think I did the rims high enough on those. I don't know. Okay, so next set. This was in my floating blue and not enough glass. So even if you measure, it's not going to be perfect. They all vary, right? And then another one that's missing a little bit, and another right there, and then one that turned out good but has a few bubbles, so may have to refire. Those are not going to be able to go tomorrow. Ooh, and I got some breakage, so this is just weird. So this obviously had to be that glass, that thicker glass, and it's actually like no crackles, hardly at all. I mean a few, but doesn't look cool to me, honestly. So, oh, woo! Okay, it broke anyway. That was scary. So, okay, lesson learned from this, don't try to rush making your coasters and trying to dry them too fast, because it didn't work anyway. These are broken. And now I'm afraid that these are going to break also. Let me shake them. They got to be refired anyway. And if they survive the second firing, then maybe I can sell them. But these all didn't really crackle that much. And the color, like, really isn't very vibrant at all. There's something up with that glass. So, lesson learned, I think. Don't use mason jars. Don't use spaghetti jars. I think I broke up an old spaghetti jar. Coke bottles are good. This one probably had Coke bottle. It was the last of what I had on there. If anybody has tried like green beer bottles, let me know if that works, because I have a bunch of those. I don't drink beer, but I had a visitor who did. All right. Luckily, this level is all mugs, pretty much. Okay, so my brother had asked me if I ever made those hand-warming mugs. And I said, no, I don't know how to do it, but he's like, there's some girls at my work that want some. So I went ahead and tried a few. So there's one. My whole hand doesn't completely fit, so I am waiting for the tutorial from Jonthepotter so that I can figure out how to do that other shape that he did with the hand-warming mug. I like it better, the other shape that he did. Oh, that's weird. This is in black with the drips, but I've got a little bit of crawling there. This one almost fits my whole hand. Remember to think about shrinkage. And then the last one I did in blue. That one actually fits most of my hand there. You know, these are okay. Hopefully my brother's friends will like them. Alright, so I did get a custom order from one of my bazaars, and I think they work, the people that these were ordered for, work at, there's these scopes called Leupold & Stevens is the brand of these scopes, and so Leupold & Stevens, and then Lois and Scott. It looks like I got a tiny drip on that T right there, but you can still tell it says Scott. So I am going to call her up and let her know her order is ready. That's what she ordered exactly. So I'm happy about those. They turned out very nice. And then I had a bunch of coffee pour-overs that I forgot to put handles on, but also didn't make, like I had said in one of the other videos, a very big rim here. So I'm like, how can I possibly reuse these again or make them, you know, work? So I put a little bit of glaze here, and I'm going to retest, and I'll let you know if it works just by having this area here glazed so that the water maybe hits it, or, you know, coffee, and drips off instead of going all the way with that little rim there. So information to come. I had 3 that I went ahead and tried to repair to see if I can make them work. So we'll see. These were the wavy mugs that I had thrown, and I had showed a sped up video, I think, of making the wavy mugs. So there's one with some raw. I like that. That's very cool. And then these 2 I did solid glaze. I'm very happy with those. I may take some of those to the bazaar. One more. This is in a medium brown clay that I use from Georgie's. I like the way it looks raw. Alright, so a while back somebody had said something about, what are these? Like wine goblets, for ceramic wine goblets. And so I thought, well, I don't drink wine, but maybe people who purchase stuff from me do, of course, a lot of people do. So I used my wood grain here to do the diamond that said live, laugh, love, and then did like that wine goblet shape. And I think it's cool. I'm gonna take them tomorrow and see if anybody wants them. So I have a couple more. I put them up on my little clay squares because I didn't know if they were gonna drip, or because of this curve here, if my glaze line was too low. So live, laugh, love, wood grain, cute. So a bit unlucky on this kiln opening with my glass coasters that I really hoped to take to that bazaar because they were such good sellers. So, but not all is lost. I still have other stuff to take, and I think that one's cute. I didn't, I should have put a little bit of Mako Flux to get actual drips out of this one. But we'll put it on thicker, but sometimes when it's on thicker it scares me because it dripped too much. I love this one. This one looks good. I am happy with that. So I did them, I wrote the same thing on all of them because I couldn't think of what else to put, and I thought it's generic, it's cute, so it's, you know, it's a statement. Just be happy. Live, laugh, and love. Alright. Guys, that was it. I might put a little bit of mug throwing at the end of this, sped up. I didn't video it, but I did make some. I'm trying to make some soup mugs, and I will show you. So I need to put handles on today. And it's possible that for my family for Christmas this year, they might be getting these soup mugs. I'm going to put a little handle with a little thumb thing on it, so that they're nice and stable. These are really pretty thick because I want them to keep the soup warm. They're not trimmed, they just got turned over this morning. So tell me what you think about that shape. You like that shape for a soup bowl? It's going to be a little smaller than this when it shrinks down, but it'll hold a good amount of soup. It's going to have a cute little handle on it. And I may actually personalize them for some family members. Since I don't have another bazaar after this, I might make it into the Sherwood Art Walk, which is on the 13th. And I emailed the gal, and she's trying to find me a host location. So that's exciting. That would be like a first for me, doing an art walk. So anyway, you guys take care, and thanks for watching. And I've said it before, hopefully there's going to be better content to come up. And excuse the dirty garage studio. When I have more time after the holidays and stuff, you know, I'll think of some good ideas. If you want to send me some good ideas, I'm down for that. I don't want to copy exactly what other people have done, or I don't want to like say, okay, I learned all this from Jonthepotter, and then look, I'm going to make my own tutorials just like he did. He already did it. I don't need to do it. So I want to do some other different things. So take care, guys. You can't hide from me. You have to like, you gotta go behind stuff if you're gonna hide. Cooper, look at me. I can see you. I can see you still.